Right now at noon, a violent city this weekend. It was very violent, and we're breaking down the latest information in some of the deadly shootings that occurred.
And we are talking temperatures down in a major way after a record-setting Sunday. We're down by 38 degrees. We'll talk about how long this cooler air will stick around.
Also on this Monday, some neighbors on the east side looking for a place to stay after wind gusts made a fire spread. Our crew at the scene spoke with those people acting fast to save homes that are located in the area. And thanks for joining us at noon. I'm Anne-Marie Tiernan along with Lindsay Monroe. We're happy to be with you on this Monday. And boy, what a weather story we have had.
Yes.
I mean, it was like summer-like. Yesterday, it was amazing. We were sitting outside. We were on the patio. It was so hot.
You were sweating.
Yes. And then the next thing, the temperature dropped. We were inside by the fireplace. And we were like, what just happened? And the winds were just tremendous.
Yeah, and we had some hail reports yesterday with a line of storms that came through with a cold front, and a very potent cold front. Could have been worse. Was not widespread severe weather, but now that we're all on the backside of that, much colder air has taken over, and we are awaiting some of this cloud cover to clear out to bring us a little sunshine later on this afternoon. But this cloud coverage has been pretty pesky so far today, and that's really kept our temperature down so far on this Monday afternoon. We are now currently at 39 degrees. That is it. We only dropped down to 36 overnight. So that just kind of goes to show you we really haven't had much of a recovery from those morning low temperatures, thanks to this cloud coverage as well as a northerly wind component. The winds are now starting to ease a bit, so at least that is some good news. That's going to calm, and then eventually this cloud cover that we've had around will move out of here. So we're going to start to clear the sky out. It's just going to take a little bit more time as we get deeper into the afternoon. And hopefully that means our temperatures will start to elevate as well. 39 in Shelbyville right now. We've got 42 in Bloomington. Muncie is at 37. And again, a major temperature change from this time yesterday, as our numbers are running nearly 38 degrees cooler than 24 hours ago. As expected, we talked about that cooler air moving in, likely only going to recover back to the mid-40s later on this afternoon. But from here on out, temperatures are on the upward trend. In fact, we're going to see 80 again later on this week ahead of another cold front that's set to arrive Thursday night. We'll talk more about the temperature change, more storm chances as well in your 7-day forecast.
Lindsay, thank you. Well, it was a rather beautiful and relaxing weekend for most people most of the time. Metro Police tell us they were very busy after investigating multiple shootings across the city. At least 10 people were shot, 3 of them died, and we've mapped it out for you right here. The most recent was on Indy's near northwest side near Riverside Park. That's where police say they found a man shot around 8 o'clock on Sunday night. That person was reported to be awake and breathing. Now, just hours before that, 3 people were shot outside of a home on Tacoma Avenue during a house party. There, a man died, 2 women injured. No arrests in that case so far. You are asked to contact police if you have any information about what went down there. And another major shooting from this weekend happened outside of a funeral. That's where a family was grieving inside at the Antioch Baptist Church when police say a fight broke out on the outside there. IMPD found 2 men shot. One went to the hospital in critical condition. The other died. The pastor tells us the family at the funeral have been members for around 60 years.
Don't decide to allow yourself to get stuck in this moment. Don't blame God. This is a part of the natural effects of corrupt people in the universe. People who don't have regard for hurting people.
City County Councilor Ron Gibson also weighing in and in fact released a statement saying in part, a funeral should be a sacred moment for grieving, reflection, and coming together as a community. The fact that violence took place in such a setting is deeply disturbing and completely unacceptable. No family should have to experience this kind of trauma while honoring a loved one. And an update now on another shooting that we're following, this one on the east side. This morning we reported that IMPD found someone shot around 9 p.m. on North Euclid Avenue. Now they tell us they believe that shooting actually happened on North Shadeland near 38th. Not many other details about the case. IMPD says the victim that they talked to was being uncooperative with the investigation. And right now in Shelbyville, police there are trying to identify a man who was found in the Big Blue River. According to the Shelby County Sheriff, the man's body was floating on a log near West Washington Street. They say due to the condition of the body and the exposure to the elements, an immediate ID is not available. The coroner's office stepping in, performing an autopsy to identify him and also determine a cause of death. Some of that warmer weekend weather brought high winds to the east side, and those high winds and gusty winds are partially to blame for a fire there that then spread to multiple homes. Brandon Schaff explains how the fire got started and how a neighbor stepped in to help.
Visible fire damage on multiple homes on Raleigh Drive near I-70. IFD responding Sunday afternoon after the flames, initially intentional, got out of control.
The fire started at this home behind me. The homeowner was breaking down some boxes, and with it being the windy day that it is, the fire unfortunately spread to the neighbor's home right next door, but firefighters say no one was hurt.
Trisha Carlberg says she was burning boxes to get rid of them, but once she realized the danger, tried to put the fire out.
When I saw that it hit part of my downspout, I then immediately called 911 because I knew that it was going to travel further.
And it did. That's why IFD says it's important to use a barrel and keep items you're burning away from buildings.
Just be cognizant of anything you're doing with fire on days that have these wind gusts to them. It will reach out, take over. It takes control and does what it wants really quick. You think you can control it with a garden hose and you cannot.
Once the fire spread to the second home, a neighbor quickly knocked on the door, alerting the woman who was inside with her dogs.
I wasn't expecting any thank you or nothing. I was just, making sure everybody was safe.
The wind was blowing this way and it was just a whole lot of smoke just coming over, and it was really heavy. So he walked straight through the smoke to the door. Truly is a hero.
Thanks to her neighbor, Mary Macbeth made it out of her home safely.
I just want to thank my neighborhood because I would have never known it was on fire if the neighborhood hadn't came out and knocked on the door.
I'm just thankful that she's okay.
While the homes are still standing, everyone affected says they'll need to stay somewhere else for now. On Indy's east side, Brandon Schaff, 13 News.
New this afternoon, we now know that Post Malone will be headlining the final day of the NCAA March Madness Music Festival. The Grammy-nominated musician is performing at the Capital One Jam Fest, closing out March Madness festivities. It all takes place Sunday, April 5th, downtown at the American Legion Mall. That's right between the War Memorial Monument and the downtown library. That festival is free. It starts Friday night, April 3rd.